What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to week 2, episode 2 of the Jordan McCabe podcast. I no longer have a mustache. Fortnite's in a black hole. But we did just interview Mikey Williams. So you're going to hear a little bit more of that later. So we got a really good show coming your way. And appreciate you guys returning and not bailing after the episode 1. We just interviewed Mikey Williams. If you guys don't know who that is, kid's got 1 million followers, literally. That's not a figure of speech. He just hit 1 million on Instagram. Super athletic, 15-year-old kid from California. You say San Diego? Is that right? So he's from San Diego, California. Ultra athletic. I mean, just a mutant. I don't know where these kids come from or what they eat or drink or what they do, but my parents weren't into that, obviously. But no, this kid is unreal. If you guys don't know who that is, which I'm sure most of you do, if not, go check him out. He's got a lot of cool stuff on his Instagram stuff, and he's continuing to do what we're all trying to do, and that's build a brand. And we talked briefly about that and just how he kind of blew up and took off with over time. And here is Mikey Williams from San Diego, California. All right, Mr. 1 million. How you doing, Mikey?
Good, bro.
You good? All right. Well, thank you for joining us on our show here. This is episode 2 of the Jordan McCabe podcast, and you are the first ever guest that we have. You know, I don't want to. Do you know who Tom is from Overtime?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't like Tom very much either. So we had him. We're not going to count him as really a guest. You're our first ever guest, man. You're it. All right. You nervous?
Nah, bro.
You don't get nervous much at all, do you?
Nah,
I don't think so. You got that aura. I love it. But seriously, congrats. I called you Mr. 1 million. Just hit 1 million on Instagram.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Why you got 1 million Instagram followers? Tell me why you think it is. You got bounce. You can hoop. Everything.
Nice with it, bro.
Huh?
I'm nice with it. I can hoop.
You're nice with it, huh? But see, there's a lot of nice hoopers out there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You got something else. I mean, you got sort of a persona swag to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where'd that come from? Talk to me about that. Where did Mikey Williams start? Because you got 1 million, but where did you start?
Everybody was noticing me at first because of my bounce, and then people would just catch me on the circuit and be like, "Oh, that's that kid with bounce." And they didn't know I had game. They was like, "Oh, he got game too. Like he's not just like a dunker." And then as my game grew, my bounce kind of grew. So there'll just be times I'm like, "Yo, let me go viral real quick and just do something."
When was the first time that you remember going viral? You remember that moment?
I think the first time I played Bronny, that kind of really got my name out there. And then first time I did the East Bay, and that got me viral too.
I think you did that when you were like 14, right? First time you did an East Bay?
I think it was 13.
You did an East Bay when you were 13 years old?
It was in 7th grade, yeah.
What the? What's the first time you dunked? 6?
First time I dunked, it's weird because first time I dunked, it was 5th grade. Like school had just ended, like a couple of weeks after school. I was in North Carolina for this tournament, and I had dunked, and I didn't dunk again for like a couple months, and then I got an in game, and then I just started dunking everything.
You dunked the first time in 5th grade.
Yeah.
There's 5th graders who don't know how to spell their name. You're jumping up 10 foot and putting it down. That's crazy. No, seriously, that's nuts. So you're around Bronny a lot. Bronny's got a dad that some people know. Couple people know who he is. You get starstruck. You ever been around him long enough to be starstruck, or you just calm, cool, and collected like you are right now?
Yeah. I'm not really the type of person to really get starstruck. First time I met him like in 6th grade, I was like, dang, I just met LeBron. I started playing with him the summer after that, so I'm always around him. So we just kind of look at each other like family, like that's So
who do you look at? Who do you try to model your game after? Talk to me about all that stuff.
I don't really try to model my game after anybody. I just want to have the type of game where it's like, a type of game that you can't really compare to. But I say I got some game in me because I can create shots easy, and I had crazy shots, and then I want to have like some Westbrook in me because his motor, he's real aggressive, and just I want to be able to shoot the ball like Steph. So I mean that's Steph Curry, but you know what I mean.
No, I completely know. I mean, from a perspective of, I mean, you're talking to somebody who is as obsessed with this game that I think you are. Trying to build things. You don't just pull from one player. You don't want to be somebody who is he's exactly like this player, that player. You're trying to pull from, I want to be the best in every single area that I possibly can be, which is what I just got. All right, man. Well, that's about all I got for you. I appreciate you coming on the show and talking. I don't want to take too much of your time.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, so that was our conversation with Mikey Williams. Obviously a kid in only 15 years, gone through a lot of different things and really just blown up. So there obviously are more guys and girls like him, and this is only getting crazier as we go. This week we have 3 questions. The first being, hey, Jordan, my team lost in the championship game in our tournament last weekend. I play AAU. I had a couple turnovers down the stretch. Do you have any memories of tough losses that you felt responsible for, and how did you bounce back afterwards? My best, Jeffrey. Well, for that, as a point guard, you feel like every loss is your fault. There's this weird complex that in any point guard's mind, you take full responsibility for losses and you divert all responsibility for wins because, if you hear any, great quarterback, great point guard, I generally reference those two because I don't know much about any other sport to kind of touch on it. But the leaders in that position are guys who take complete blame for anything that goes wrong, and they generally shed praise towards everybody else on their team. So that's the biggest thing. That is a wrap on episode 2. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Hope to see you all back here next week as we continue to put out the greatest content on the internet. Thank you guys very much. And like I said, send in any questions you have so we can continue our fan love segments at the end. And I can get to know more of you guys on a more consistent basis. Love you guys, and we'll see you next week. I'm out.
Larry, what's the verdict?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I loved it!
10 out of 10!
10 out of 10. If you want to check out the rest of the videos that are 10 out of 10, they're right here for you.
And you gotta subscribe because we got all this heat for you.
Hey, don't play with me. Chop, chop.